Okay, let's talk about some other news that has happened around the NFL. Trey Hendrickson here yesterday seemingly said, I would like an extension, or if there's picks that can come to the Cincinnati Bengals that help them out, I'm cool with that as well. Long conversation, has a lot of love for Cincinnati, understands the Bengals are in a situation, but also said, I'm in a situation as well in this whole thing. Love chatting with him. Let's stay in Ohio in the NFL. Myles Garrett joined the Rich Eisen show, and this is what he had to say about why he requested a trade from the dog pound.
I mean, like you said, it's not a decision I take lightly. It took time and lots of conversation, but just looking at kind of the trajectory of the team, talking to some of the higher ups, and I have a lot of respect for them, but I just don't think we're aligned on where the team is going in the near future. And I feel like the window for us as athletes is only so broad, and it only continues to close as years go by with anything be able to happen on that field from day to day. And I want to be able to go out there and compete at the highest levels, day in and day out, and playing for champions, like I said.
Very matter of fact, very calm, just like Trey Hendrickson. A lot of chaos over there in Ohio, Age. How do you feel about Myles and what he said to Rich Eisen? Shout out to Rich Eisen.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I get where he's coming from. He's been, 8 years? He's been a premier pass rusher, one of the pretty much the premier spot on a defense that you want to pay corners, you want to pay a guy that can get after the quarterback on the edge. So I get it. What does he mean by the near future? Just that the quarterback situation is unsettled? Is that what his biggest deal is?
He said not aligned in the ideas of what we're doing. Yeah. And also the Cleveland to Canton line was a throwback to him. So I assume him and Andrew Berry have had some conversations, and Myles Garrett seemingly doesn't love the way they're going.
No, he hates it.
But Andrew Berry's saying, what do you want from me? The owner just gave this quarterback, you can't play quarterback.
The worst decision of all time?
It's not my fault.
Yeah, so Andrew Berry's like, if you just can maybe, kind of just understand what we're going through here. Myles is like, I'm getting old, brother.
Yeah.
This season, this career is slowly slipping away. He said, it's a finite amount of time that you're able to play football. And here in Cleveland, it's like Joe Thomas. Here in Cleveland, I haven't really got a chance to really do much, and then we win a playoff game, and you get rid of the guy that did it, then you bring in a guy that went. It's like he's done with the entire situation. And I think Andrew Berry or whatever's like, me too, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's a tough situation in Cleveland, D.
Yeah, very. But, I would be excited to see him land on the contender because he instantly changes the whole dynamic of a defense, of a team. Like, he's a game record, absolute game record, one of the best, we've talked about it, pass rushers of his generation. And with him talking, not only him, but one of the other best defenders, Denzel Ward, he came out and made some comments as well that he might be on his way out too. So we always talk about act how you can afford to act, and he's one of those guys that can do it.
Yeah, so the Browns might not even be able to field a team next year.
Nope.
Yeah, probably not.
Shocker.
Which will be better for Cleveland. But, if you are Andrew Berry, it's like, all right, fine. You can trade him for maybe one of the top 10 picks or multiple first-round picks. And like you saw what Houston did with the Deshaun trade. They traded Deshaun, which obviously at the moment wasn't a tough decision because everything off the field. But he was a great player, so it was kind of like hey, we're getting our franchise guy out of here. And then they flipped it around in 2 years. It was a dumpster fire. But if you're Andrew Berry, you kind of do have to
You might be able to take a haul here.
Yeah, exactly.
While you're in the middle of one.
Could, but what are they going to do? What do they say? Same old brownies.
Okay. Pittsburgh people are rejoicing at what's going on in Cleveland, obviously. Baltimore doesn't really care, but Baltimore obviously came from Cleveland. Originally the Browns, then the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of history in the AFC North amongst each other. Nobody's worried about the Browns potentially going into a dumpster outside of Cleveland, but their fans need to think about what the hell is going on with their team. New stadium, right? That was a conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a whole conversation, this entire thing. You got the same quarterback you're locked into for at least another 2-3 years. Your best player now wants the hell out of town. It's all chaos over there, AQ.
It's absolutely chaos. And the funny thing is Bruce Arians used to say this all the time. I remember him going through situational football. We'd be going through 2-minute drills, and the Browns would show up every week. Every week, it's like they do something dumb to give up a play in 2 minutes, and he's like, "It's expected. The Browns are the Browns. Here we go."
And that's how everybody views the Browns.
It's not just Pittsburgh. It's everybody.
You're not ashamed, though.
It is.
That's what Browns fans
not really.
Browns fans speak like that. I'm around a bunch of Browns fans. That's how they speak.
It's nice to have that team, though, down there.
The Jets,
hey,
the Browns,
we could always be the Browns. It's nice to have those teams to kind of make yourself feel better about your own team.
Yeah, well, the Jags have beat the Colts a lot over the last couple of years, so that's fun.
Well, they've won 2 division titles since the Colts have.
Good point.
a good point.
The Browns have it.
Ah,